The ASRock B650M-H M.2 Plus is an entry-level motherboard for the AMD B650 chipset that offers a good balance between performance and price. This micro ATX board features decent VRMs along with adequate connectivity options and sufficient networking. It's a great board if you're on a tight budget and are looking for a no-nonsense board that's reliable and performant. Looking at the board, there are no fancy design aesthetics going on. It follows a simple, to-the-point implementation with no thick VRM heatsinks or any flash of RGB. Actually, it's quite plain from a design standpoint, with the only sight of ASRock branding on the lower heatsink. It uses a matte gray finish with a little complement of black patterns. A single 8-pin EPS connector is provided in the top left corner to power the processor. Contrary to the typical 4 DIMM slots, this board houses 2 slots for memory that are not reinforced, along with a single locking mechanism at the top, which supports a maximum of 128GB RAM memory with speeds of 6400 MHz. It goes without saying that a budget motherboard has to make compromises, and VRMs are one of the areas that were adjusted for this. The board uses a 6+1+1 phase VRM design, which is definitely not the best, but it does the job. Still, I wouldn't recommend using it for any high-end AM5 processor, or you're going to run into thermal trouble. In terms of performance, the board offers a single PCIe x 16 Gen 4 slot for your graphics card. For storage, you get Gen 5 support for your M.2 SSD, which is certainly nice to see, along with an additional Gen 4 slot as well. You also get 4 SATA connectors offering speeds of up to 6GB per second, so there are plenty of options for storage. There's also support for AMD Expo, which should allow you to take advantage of your memory's max speed. Thermal performance is not the best when paired with the top-of-the-line AM5 processors like the Ryzen 7950X as expected, where the VRM thermals reach 107 degrees Celsius. However, for entry-level AM5 processors, like the 7600X and even the 7700X, you shouldn't have to worry about it. Nonetheless, this board matches the thermal efficiency of boards like Gigabyte B650M-D3H, which comes at a much higher price point. You also don't have to worry about network connectivity, since the board supports up to 1 gigabit speed with its Realtek LAN chip. Alongside this, you can also choose to use Wi-Fi via the M.2 Key E slot that is available. That said, the Wi-Fi module is not included on the board. For connectivity, you're looking at 6 rear USB ports with 4 USB 3.2 Gen 1 and 2 USB 2.0. On top of that, you also get 6 front USB ports, 4 of which are USB 2.0 and 2 USB 3.2 Gen 1. All in all, the ASRock B650M-H M.2 Plus is the cheapest entry-level motherboard that you can buy to take advantage of the AM5 chipset with support for DDR5 memory and more. It's in no way a great motherboard, but it certainly does the job quite well for its price. To sum up, what I like is the PCIe Gen 5 support, and it's the cheapest AM5 motherboard. On the downside, there are no RGB headers. Ratings: VRM design, 7 out of 10. Connectivity, 7.5 out of 10. Aesthetics, 7 out of 10. Features, 7.5 out of 10. Value for money, 8 out of 10. For an overall rating of 7.5 out of 10. There's plenty more to enhance your PC experience. Check out more of our videos filled with suggestions and reviews to help you get the most out of your setup.